Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load. Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace.
There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. It told me that I lost my connection just as soon as I had the song was ending and I was clicking on it. So I apologize for those of you who had to sit through the song a couple times. It happens. It happens. I do want to say good morning to Vet Firefighter. Good morning to Joan Walton. Good morning to Robert Tower. Good to see you guys this morning. Let me get a couple of my things set up here. It's a good morning today. It is a very good morning, and yeah. Hopefully the connection stays. I don't know what that was. Um, I'm gonna have to call Verizon because for the longest time I had great connection, but here, like in the last month, it's just been problem after problem. So I don't know if they're doing any type of workout here or what's going on. Could be the weather because we're having an abnormally wet year here. I was thinking of going pee because that coffee drip around is like a waterfall. Yeah, it does. It's a good sound. It's a good sound effect. I really like it. Um, it's actually from my old my old intro, which was one that I created, which was me with my coffee pot and everything. I kept the sound effect of me pouring the coffee. Um, because sometimes you just got to change things up. You know, gotta always try to keep improving. I do want to see if you guys saw in the uh, inside the description of the video, um, RIP to Claudia Cardinale. She was the female lead in Once Upon a Time in the West. She was in the Pink Panther, a couple other things. Um, very beautiful woman. And she passed away. She was 87 years old. And Once Upon a Time in the West is one of my favorite movies. It's one of those that if it's on TV, I have to watch it. Like I'll be flipping through and be like, okay, well, I just got to watch this. I have Verizon. Yeah, they don't have FiOS out here. I have the 5G, which explains a lot about me because it's the radio waves penetrating my head. Uh, Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was back on last night and blaming Trump for him being canceled. But the fact that he's back on just shows it wasn't Trump. Like it was exactly what we said it was. It was Sinclair Broadcasting and Netstar and I commend Netstar for doubling down and say, no, we're not going to put him back on until he does these things that we've asked. And yeah, Uh, I don't think they're losing any money by not putting him on. Yeah, I didn't welcome everyone. So, good morning to Vet Firefighter who was first. Good morning to Joan. Robert Towers here this morning. Good to see you. Gary H is here. Jam is here. Jeanette, good morning. Fire Dad, good morning. Um, we were talking about Vet Firefighter last night. Um, Colleen, welcome. Wes, bravo. Welcome. Good to see you here. Who else we got? Georgie, obviously bestie. Greg in Scotland. Good morning. Um, all right, guys. Yeah. As more people trickle in here, we'll welcome them. We are live. I'm still not getting the analytics, but we are live on X. Let me take a look there, see if we got people watching. I'm sure we do. We're live on Patriot 911 News. Okay, we got about another 20 there. So welcome. That one tends to go up as we go, and we don't get a lot of comments. It's mainly because I think a lot of you guys watching are using the TV app for X. Uh, yes, Mr. Coop, I see you. Will I see you today? Yes, I do. See, Coop likes to sneak in. He sleeps in the morning and then he sneaks in normally a little bit later. And then he's, what am I, a chopped liver? uh, let's see what the so last night I did do a live. I did a call-in show and I did get some people who tried to call in, but the browser did not ring for me. And I realized that after I got off the live. And so I'll have to figure out what that is before I do another call-in show. But we had two people who tried to call, and the fleas were telling people that I had the number up and that they could call. And only two calls, really. They have like 400 people watching. They don't hold a lot of sway. It's just like when they tell people to mass report. I'm sure there's like probably like two or three people who do mass report, but I don't think they're getting that many. Uh, a lot of people are just watching them out of the curiosity of what kind of hate are they going to spew. Yeah, Coop, me and actually Georgie jumped on. It was late your guys' time. I came on just I was gonna play some video games and just have you know stream that, but I was having a problem with the video game, so I was like, okay, well I'll just do just do this. So yeah, it it was a little bit interesting. Would not be surprised. That's why the stalker is posting. So Georgie's stalker has been posting, and she's very, very upset. I do have a video I'm recording on her. I'm just working that all out, but she's very upset. Um, Let me pull up what she posted today, and yeah, she says that we're stalking her. Okay. I don't care about her posts, but when she posts about me, Georgie Coop, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. She says she's under attack and people twist words, pile on, threaten, and even ban you, sometimes the very people you once supported financially. Um, if you send, hey folks, if you send money into my show, Georgie or Coops, you're not supporting us financially. You're just you're like none of us. We all have incomes outside of YouTube, and we don't make enough that this supports us. Um, but she's very mad that she chose to walk away. Well, she's still posting about us, and that's all we're talking about is her posts. And you can see we've got posts. So if you want to be left alone, stop posting. Leave us alone. We'll leave you alone. But you keep posting about us. Skipper's gonna keep talking. This is free content for Skipper. Free content. And she did a live the other day. We have it. I will be going through it. Um, I became the target of rumors. Really? Really? Would that be because you're posting rumors? Would that be why? You keep saying it's the truth, but you're not posting any truth. Um, you're saying things and you're just making claims, but yet we're posting rumors. What rumors have we posted about you? No, I saw that your niece wanted to jump in. Yeah, we're watching that too. Uh, y Again, I'll tell you, it'd be smart for you just to stop posting about us. I know you're trying to be slick about it. You're trying to do what Paint Chips does, but you're not slick. You're not. That's why I told Megan they don't have the audience to be of concern. Yeah, they don't bother me. That's why I just uh, I just taunt them. I find it funny. It's like, you know, when my cat finds a bug like a scorpion or a grasshopper or something, he he bats it around and plays with it before he kills it. um, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just batting them around. I'm just playing with them before I finally just eventually block and ignore them because they'll just go away. Whatever they say is what they are doing. Oh, absolutely. They're people who project. They project a lot. So, yeah, I'm sure she's gonna post about me. I don't care. Post all you want about me. Again, if you haven't been paying attention to how Skipper operates, I'm here for it. You want to play the games? Skipper will play the games. There are eyes everywhere. Absolutely. I She can block me on Facebook. I'm still gonna find out what she says. Like, i- again, I'm better at this than you. I've got more experience at this than you do. I was talking last night about some of the things when I had the Stolen Valor group coming after me, things that they did. Oh, I see we got people watching us on Facebook and a couple on Rumble. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. Especially those who watch on Rumble. Rumble gives a better payout than uh, YouTube does. Oh, there's Larry. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I uh, I was doing some research, and apparently, the travel router I wanted to take, apparently, it's been banned by Carnival Cruise. So We're gonna have to figure something new out for the internet. Um, so yeah, that stinks. It stinks, but is what it is. Um, some of the stuff they put as news. Selma Hayek's daughter's all grown up. Who cares? Like, I don't even care about Selma Hayek at this point. Um, let's see. People were all mad about Trump, but the seriously, the UN escalator thing, that's just like unprofessional. Like, how bad you you have an escalator at the UN just as good as my local mall, and my local mall is shitty as can be. Oh, Rickles is here this morning. Good morning. AVA is half dead this morning. Well, you need to half wake that shit up. The Nat and my stalker are besties. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the other thing. You think we don't see you working with the other side? Like that's why no one will trust you, and we can show that. We have the screenshots. Oh, but let me guess. We AI faked them all using the same thing that Fleesa says. Oh, there's TC. Let's see. They're looking at land in Miami for the Trump Presidential Library. Uh, I love how Trump tells people uh to not uh what's it that you shouldn't take Tylenol if you are a pregnant woman. And what do all the liberals do? They rush to take all these pregnant liberal women rush to take Tylenol on camera like they're owning Trump. And it's like you are an idiot. You are complete and total idiot. And I got a couple stories here I'm going to show. Um, hold on here. Let me pull these up. This first one is just that. There's that. Sorry, I'm just downloading all these so then I don't have any issues. They just tend to work better if I download them. So let's see here. Image. So this is where the Tylenol thing comes from. Everyone, this is a Harvard study. Let me switch that. There we go. This came from Harvard. Like they're trying to own Trump, but they're just making themselves look stupid. Like seriously, they're making themselves look dumb. Um, Trump probably owns stocks in Tylenol. Just want to drive the prices up. Actually, the prices went down. And I'll tell you this. I told you guys the other day, stock tip to short that. Oh, it dropped. It had a dead cat bounce, and I'll tell you, I bought. Um, yeah, I like. Hold on here. I'll get you the actual facts. I did buy in uh, to Kenview. So it was trading at 1858 and then it dropped all the way down to 1709. It had a dead cat bounce up to 1817, and it's now kind of settled down in 1735. So I bought at that point because it might drop some more, but not much more. And it's still good company. Tylenol is still a good product. It's just Yeah, it's just you shouldn't use it. Like there's a segment of the population who should not use it. It's new recommendations, so there's no issues with that. Um, Let me place that with this, and this is exactly how the liberals act. If Trump were to tell them, "Hey, don't drink piss," they'd all be drinking it. Like, that is how some of these people, this is how stupid they are. They just hate him so much, they would do the dumbest shit available. Which, hey, I'm not telling you to like Trump, but just because he says something doesn't mean it's bad. Like, these are doctors from Harvard telling you, you probably shouldn't take Tylenol. We're seeing a correlation with autism and ADHD. So don't take Tylenol. But Trump comes out and says, "Don't take Tylenol," and they're like, "Oh, let me get on. I'm going to take my Tylenol on a video." Like you just look stupid. It is literal doctors telling you that. Oh yeah. She mentioned us saying, "I was having your baby. I'm dead." We Georgie and I have never been in the same room together. Like I live in California. Even when I was in South Carolina and closer to Georgie, she was still in Tennessee. Did your AI fake messages sound as fake as the FBI fake Tyler Robinson text messages? Right? Oh, there's Georgie's mom. Good morning. How you feeling today? Bring back the Tide Pod challenge. Oh, yeah, that if Trump said don't eat Tide Pods, they'd go right back to eating Tide Pods. 100% they would. Let's see. Kamala Harris' new memoir, 107 Days, sparks readers. No, it doesn't. Does anyone give a shit what that vapid bitch has to say? Like the here is a book I would read of Kamala Harris. 1001 wines you need to try. That is I will 100% trust her on that. Like Tennessee rocks. Welcome, Brett and Madam Mayor. You guys at your workout? I would, yeah. If she did a wine tasting book, or her favorite collection of mixed drinks with the recipes, I would buy that. Brett and Therese, I'm in the Smokies this week. Yes, she are. Are they really smoky? Um, let's see what else. What else is in the news? The guy that tried to assassinate Trump also tried to assassinate himself with a pen to the neck. He was found guilty. Clearly, a guy with mental health issues, and the left is falsely trying to claim he's MAGA again. I'm looking through the entertainment pages, and no, don't care about Jimmy Kimmel. Guarantee, like they're like, oh, millions are gonna watch. Maybe, but it's gonna drop off quick. Like he by Friday, no one will be watching him again. And if he doesn't do the apology and stuff, he's not gonna be on. He wasn't even on anywhere in DC. Like DC, Maryland, Sinclair owns that market, and he wasn't on anywhere. I do have another story I want to talk about. This one is from the LA Times. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me download the image. Yeah, so security cameras capture man drawing swastika outside Beverly Hills Elementary School. A black man. A black man. Why is it bigger? Okay, I'll do bigger right there. Um, why are all of these incidents of, racist incidents, why are they always faked? if racism is so rampant, why is it being faked? Someone please just tell me. Just tell me why. Could it be that racism is not the big problem that it is, and there are people who, because of the victimology of this country, want to use racism to its fullest extent and then create racist incidents? Could that be what it is? 3 people shot at Dallas ICE office. Well, um, that's a federal crime, so good luck to whoever did that because they are going to find you. Interesting how people blame Trump or MAGA if they don't agree with the subject. Yeah, it's and it just shows you that like these are people who are not thinking, like they're not thinking about the issues. They're really not offering much other than Trump bad. And I don't think that's sustainable. Um, and I think they're going to get smoked um, in the primaries, or not the primaries, but the midterms because of it. We'll see if they come up with something something good. I don't know if they will. I'm a bit surprised the LA Times would put this story up. Yeah, they like to race bait. They do. Uh, but you know, it the thing is, I guarantee you that wasn't on their front page. They'll bury stories like that. That's what they'll do. Uh, I'm just looking to see what else they have. Jeopardy. Is anyone watching Jeopardy anymore? That it's so done. I don't care about Scrubs. I didn't. People, I'm gonna get hate for this. I didn't like Scrubs the first time it was on. Was not my type of humor. And I've watched episodes. I've watched it. I just didn't find it as hilarious as people did. And I find a lot of things funny. It's deeper than that. These people doing things are being used to ignite deeper divide. They are trying to spark an actual civil war. Oh, I totally agree with you. 100%. The shooter deleted himself. Oh, okay. Well, he probably got out easier then. Why is Lisa so obsessed with my boobs? I don't know. Post them and we'll talk about it. Lisa's just obsessed. She's very jealous. Very jealous. He shot 3 detainees. Uh, I mean, clearly it's someone who's not right. You know, I don't know. The left, I'm sure, will try to say it was MAGA. Like, MAGA wants people deported, not shot. Why is it the left, who hates guns, whenever they go to violence, always goes to guns? It's because there's an agenda. There's absolutely an agenda. Oh, there was another story. Hold on, let me pull that one up. Um, Trump is poised for a huge SCOTUS win. And like I talked about this a little bit the other day, but this is getting really, really big. This is gonna be huge precedent. Huge precedent. So the Supreme Court allowed Trump to fire the FTC slaughter. Now it's a 3-1 decision, okay, or 6-3 decision. Sorry, um, and Kagan wrote the dissent, and in the dissent, I had to look into this a little bit more, but Kagan is pretty much uh, she is, what do they call it? She not calling her shots, like when you can see the punch coming, but she's pretty much saying that yeah, the Supreme Court is going to strike down this 100-year-old precedent about these commissions because they violate Article 2. What Article 2 says is the president is the executive. All people under the executive branch fall underneath the president and must serve at the pleasure of the president. Uh, well, back in the 1930s, yeah, this 1935 court ruling known as Humphrey's Executor, it barred the president from removing people from the FTC. And here's why this is big. The Supreme Court's going to strike down that precedent and say, no, if it's an executive branch, the president gets to decide. Like, that's why we vote for the president, because the people spoke. So if that happens, this is going to have a ripple effect on a lot of different things. It's going to be the FTC, the FCC, the FAA. I'm trying to think the uh, the Federal Labor Board, the Consumer Protection Board, where because the Democrats, when they write a lot of these, they were like, "Oh, we could get a president that's not us, so we're gonna appoint these people, and then say that the new president can't appoint people until they're done with their term." That's not the way it works. And that's what the Supreme Court's going to come in. They're going to say, no, these are executive branch people. If the president, as the executive chosen by the people, if the president is unhappy, um, he can replace them because he's the president. And it's Article 2, which is a more senior part of the Constitution. So this is going to change. Like, you have the Consumer Protection Bureau, the Federal Labor Relations Boards, they all have lawsuits. Trump came in and said, "You're out, you're out, you're out, you're out." And all these people are suing and saying, "No, you can't remove us." And the DC federal district courts were saying, "Trump, you can't remove these people. There's a law." Well, now the Supreme Court's going to say, "Oh, no, no, those laws are unconstitutional." Um, and those people will be removed. And I never worry about unconstitutional law. You hear people say, well, there's like the whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel when people were saying it's against the law. It's an unconstitutional law. Is there a law on the books that says someone who's being broadcast can't do these things and say these things? Yes, there is a law, but it's an unconstitutional law. It's been found unconstitutional. It's got no teeth. It cannot be enforced. So, yeah, it's still on the books, but what Jimmy Kimmel did was not against the law. Same thing with what Trump did by firing these people. It is not against the law. Um, uh, so yeah, these people are like these people are going to be removed by Trump. And it's going to happen within the next 2 months because this case is already at the Supreme Court being argued. Trump asked the Supreme Court to pick up this case, and they took it up and they said, "Hey, the injunction. This ruling was only on an injunction, where she was trying to keep her job while the case goes out." And the Trump won the injunction that said no, even though he lost at the everyone was like, "Oh, he lost at the appeals case." It's the DC Court of Appeals. Like, it's like 75% Democrat picked liberals. So of course Trump lost, but then he took it right to the Supreme Court because Trump has that right to say, this is such an important case. Me as the executive, I need to be able to rule effectively. I need a decision on this. So it went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court agreed to hear it. This is the injunction. So 6-3 decision. Trump was upheld, but we're going to get the big ruling coming up. So this is a big case. This is going to set precedent, um, and it's going to end a lot of these cases. A lot of these cases. So, you heard it from Skipper first. And that's why I pay attention to a lot of this stuff. To me, it's very fascinating. Pam Bondi is 36-0 with the Supreme Court. It's not Pam Bondi, though. This would be argued by the Solicitor General, and the Solicitor General is not the Department of Justice. Department of Justice does have some cases, and they're doing very well. But this one would not be the Department of Justice, because the Department of Justice only does cases where there's like criminal stuff, um, or when there's a matter of um, criminal law. This really is not criminal law. This is primarily civil, but it does affect the way our government runs. Turning Point is placing chapters in high schools. Oklahoma leaders are stating every high school in their state will have a charter. I've looked at doing a Turning Point uh, chapter here in my town. We are allowed to do political functions on base. That was one thing that Biden passed was we can do political work on base. So I just can't chair it. But I did talk to a couple people who are interested in it, and I said, "Hey, I'd be a part of that. I'd be all about that. I'm all about, um, you know, doing that type of Christian work. Could be a MAGA shooter. Doesn't represent all MAGA. No, they always try to say, "Oh, it's a MAGA shooter." No, it's not. It, rarely is it ever, and because it's the agenda. Vanderbilt University is getting a chapter. Yeah, over 50,000. Charlie's goal for Turning Point USA was 20,000 chapters. Since he died, there are 54,000 requests for chapters. Do you know what that's going to do for voter registration? Get out the vote. It's unreal. Yeah, you can go back to bed, Georgie. I don't care. I'm getting caught up in the chat here. Good morning, Darlene. Did I miss anyone else? I don't. It's me. Good morning. Um, Yeah, Skipper last night, that was a fun show. It was long. I didn't expect to be on that long. I was expecting to play um I was expected to play um video games. New scum will mess up your Turning Point chapter. Newsom is not smart. Someone mentioned Victoria Munsell. And it got reported. She posted it in the group. I don't care if she posts it in the group. And she was talking about, oh, this is going to be a law in California. Newsom is doing some really stupid stuff. His mask law, that's going to be struck down. That's going to be unconstitutional. 100% it is. Um, he is, since probably in the last 3 years, he is the most overturned governor in the country. Like so many of California's laws that he passed have been tossed out by the ninth circuit court. Now the ninth used to be the most liberal circuit court. It's not anymore. I think it's either the first or the fourth now. Um, whatever the one out of Massachusetts is. But yeah, it used to be the most liberal. It's not anymore. It's about like the makeup of the court now is almost 50-50. I think they have one, there's something like 32 justices, and they have like one more liberal than there are conservatives. So it's more of a 50-50 court, and you're seeing that now out of a lot of the a lot of the decisions coming out. You still have those crazy liberals like Justice Souter, the brother to the former Supreme Court justice. He had that one about the National Guard, and immediately the Supreme Court was like, "We're going to put that on stay. We're going to put that on stay." But all these liberals, they whenever the appeals court makes a decision, they run to, "Oh, look, Trump lost," and they never talk about when the Supreme Court then overrules the appeals court, which has been happening quite frequently. And you saw the case I put today about that. That's a big case, though. That's a big case because that I remember. Um, I remember Bush, even with, his mandate and everything. I remember him trying to replace people, and the courts were being a problem for it. But now this Supreme Court is not afraid to set precedent. Yeah. Stacy, I'm looking at my DMs. Stacy definitely wants the drama. Yeah, she's very focused on me, Coop, and Georgie, which again doesn't bother me. I'll make you look like an idiot all day long. Happy to, freaking happy to. I am looking at the time. I do have to get going, folks. Any saved rounds? Anything you guys want to talk about before I go? Jim Cramer's top 10 things to watch in the stock market. Why would you ever listen to Jim Cramer? Dude's a moron. Like if Jim Cramer tells me to buy something, I'm selling. He tells me to sell something, I'm buying. Newsom will turn California red. No, he won't. Uh, he'll make it redder, but Newsom. The problem is they've passed too many laws here in California that allows them to control stuff. Like even with him trying to redistrict, like they have that independent council, which is not independent at all. But you see, they immediately were able to get it on the ballot to temporarily pause that. They did that because they put all these rules about signatures and stuff like that. So it's to ensure that they can get the signatures to pass laws, but no one else can. Why is it when, a regular person tries to get signatures, 20% of their signatures get tossed out? But yet, when Gavin Newsom wants something on the ballot, all those signatures are, they have a 1% rejection rate. It's because, yeah, they've gamed the system. So, yeah. Oh, God. What's Georgie doing now? She's in the Smoky Mountains because she is going across state lines to abort her baby. Get snuggle with Gloria while you're at work. She is just feeding the rumor fire. Here's the thing. I don't care about Newsom. That's all these people who like want to go after, well, let's vote out Newsom and AOC. They're in deeply blue areas. Let them, don't put your money don't put your effort behind that. Do what Scott Pressler does. Go after the purple areas. You realize Republicans are probably now going to win New Jersey. They're probably going to win the New Jersey governor race. That's what the polls, they've all shifted post Charlie Kirk to Chitterelli. And they almost won 4 years ago. Almost won. They were within 3 points. And now Chitterelli is leading the polls. California is a supermajority and only one side is represented. No thanks. Exactly. What we should be doing is focusing on places like Alaska. Ranked choice voting is a complete and total scam. Never go after ranked choice voting. The other thing that conservatives fall for is term limits. Term limits are a scam. I'm from Ohio that has term limits. California has term limits. They are a scam. They are a way for the haves to keep power and the have-nots to not get power, because you think, oh, well, with term limits, the person gets out. No, they don't. What they do is they arrange for someone else that they have the money for to come in and take that. And they work backroom deals to, hey, I'll make sure that your guy gets in this position if you make sure that my guy gets in and we won't primary each other. That's exactly the backroom deals that happen under term limits. So Skipper, big time against term limits. Show me a place where they work, because I can show you places where they don't work. There's a reason why Mike DeWine is still governor of deeply red Ohio, and he is a very wishy-washy establishment Republican who votes blue a lot of times. There's a reason why. It's term limits. They do not help. Skipper makes me feel like I'm floating in space. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Goose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakening at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies, eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awaking at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies, eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies, eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awaking to lighten her load. America's awaking to lighten her load.